What's up, everybody? Back in the hammock, of course. Got the day off again, just like 2 days in a row yesterday. So, came out and chilled. But there is kind of some Amico news I wanted to talk about. I got up today and was just doing my thing. Pretty much had the house to myself, just hanging out. And I saw there was a notification from Reddit, and I went to it and read about it. It was talking about Tommy and his dealings with the SEC. And then I went on to YouTube and immediately saw a video about it. So I'm not sure who was the one that was like breaking the news about this, but the guy's video I saw on YouTube, his name is Goose, and got my boomer notes here, you know, like I do. So anyways, let me read here. But yeah, his name is Goose, and the name of his video is Tommy Tallarico Lied to Investors, Confirmed by Intellivision Amico SEC Filing. Now, the SEC is the Securities and Exchange Commission. I kind of had like a little bit of understanding of what they do, but I did look it up a little bit. I know they were started around the Great Depression, like just to help people from getting scammed or whatever, you know, to help protect people, so they don't lose their money. Like, you know, like, I don't know exactly. I'm not going to pretend like I do, but I looked it up, and what exactly the definition is they're a government agency that oversees securities transactions, activities of financial professionals, and mutual fund trading to prevent fraud and intentional deception. It also said the role of the SEC, we protect investors by vigorously enforcing the federal securities laws to hold wrongdoers accountable and deter future misconduct. So they're no joke. They're not a joking matter. I mean, this is like a government agency, and if you're fucking around and they catch you, I'm sure they can make life pretty hard for you. But you know, people have been saying this for a while, you know, that he lied to investors and lied to investors, but this really talks about the proof right here. And I'm going to get into the video. His video is worth checking out. Like I said, his name is Goose. It might be hard to find because I can't imagine there's a lot of channels named Goose, but I gave you the title, and you could probably type in Goose Tommy Tallarico or something, and maybe you can bring it up because it's worth watching. But I was going to talk about what he said in the video. Bear with me. I'll be reading here a little bit. I'll edit out some parts where I have to pause because I'm old and slow mentally. But here we go. So he said, in an SEC Edgar filing, and I looked up what the word Edgar meant. It's an electronic data gathering, analysis, and retrieval system. So it's just an acronym for that. But it says, in an SEC Edgar filing dated March 16th, 2021, that's an important date to remember, March 16th, 2021, the Intellivision was asked to clarify Jay Allard's involvement with Amico and his subsequent departure. Now, we all know who Jay Allard is. You know, he's worked with Microsoft and with the Xbox. I don't really have to get into that. Basically, he's a bigwig in the video game community or whatever, in the as somebody who works in the video game industry. So he's definitely somebody who has a track record of success. I mean, Xbox, a lot of people don't like Xbox, but you can't deny that they have come onto the scene and had tremendous success. And anyways, he's somebody that, you know, if you got him for a company, a startup company, he'd look pretty good to show the investors that you've got someone like him on your team. Know what I mean? So, anyways, the SEC said they had seen on websites that Jay Allard may have left the company They also wanted to know if he has had a material effect of the development of the Amico. Now, I looked up what material effect is. It's like a law definition. It is to affect any works or to alter the manner of operation of the company's equipment or the customer's installation. What I'm gathering, I'm not 100% sure on that definition, but I'm gathering like how much of an impact did he actually have on the development of the product? You know, like has he had to make changes or things that he said they has impacted the development of the Amico? I'm thinking that's what I'm gathering. I'm no fucking expert by any way, shape, or form here, so I'm just a fat slob in his hammock talking about videos I've seen. Anyways, so Intellivision responded, and like I said, on his video and on Reddit, it's the Intellivision Amico Reddit page. I'm sorry guys, I don't remember exactly the name, and I've never really used Reddit much until like I started talking about this Amico, because I'm a freaking boomer, and so I've actually been coming and checking out your guys' site, and I like what y'all post, but I just can't remember, and I wish I knew exactly who was the one that was breaking this story, but if it wasn't Goose, then I apologize to you, but y'all are all doing great work finding stuff. I mean, I would never know even where to begin to look or what to even think the questions to ask. I just like to talk about what you guys have found in my hammock. That's my style. So good work on all of y'all finding this stuff out. But like I said, in Goose's videos, he's got the actual clips or shots of the paperwork. So if you really wanted to get into detail about what exactly they said, what they were asking for, you can do that on his video. I'm just going to give you what he basically was summarizing what Goose was saying. So anyways, he said that Intellivision responded basically by saying that after October 21st, Jay Allard no longer worked for the company. Wait, did I say 10? I don't know why I said 10/21. Scratch that back. So Intellivision responded by saying that after October 2020, that's what I'm trying to get here, or maybe it was October 21st, 2020, or something like that. We'll have to look and see. But anyways, it was in October of 2020. Jay Allard no longer worked for the company, and on top of that, he did not play a material role in the development of the Amico. So this is where the things get juicy, and this is where the confirmation comes in of where you have proof that Tommy was deceiving investors, which it's not good. It is not good, I can tell you that. Anyways, so this was the next part of the video. Goose goes on and talks about so he shows that there is basically Tommy did a pitch to investors with a guy named Neil Patel. Neil Patel, I didn't really know who he was. He's a web influencer, somebody that's good, that he can help you basically market things. He's good with that. He owns something called Angels and Entrepreneurs. So I'm guessing he's just somebody that will help you find investors and whatnot to help any kind of a startup company. Anyways, they filmed this investor pitch in February of 2021. Got that date right, because I can actually read my freaking handwriting. It's chicken scratch how I write. It's not good. But anyways, they filmed this pitch in February 2021, and I'm assuming you can probably find the whole thing somewhere, because this Goose guy had the actual, at least the clip that was important about Jay Allard, and you could watch it, and I'll summarize it here. basically, Tommy Tallarico claims that while he was giving this pitch, like about things that why they're a good company to invest in, he claims that Jay Allard loved their project so much that he joined the team and has been making huge contributions. Has been making huge contributions. Not that he did make some contributions. He has been. Like, insinuating that he is still with the company, which he had to admit to the SEC 5 months prior. The guy had stopped working there in October of 2020. So, and then on top of that, he's been using this same video up until March 4th. Okay, what something Goose said was, he says Tommy was using Jay Allard's involvement as a way to try and get investors, and he absolutely was. I mean, he can sit there and probably claim that, well, he's still available for consulting or questions or whatever, but you didn't say that. I mean, there's a fine line I would think you would have to walk between being truthful and being deceptive, and to me this is purely in the category of deception, because that's a name that people can recognize or easily look up and be like, well, damn, if he was with Xbox, I know Xbox is popular, then he's going to make this thing great, and when you're making these claims 5 months after you had to admit that he left the company, dude, that's shitty. And here's the thing that's funny about it is they were using, he showed a date that they were using this up to March 4th, and they had to do the letter was sent to them March 16th from the SEC, I believe is what it was. Yes, March 16th, 2021. So at that point, they knew, that they were being watched, and I don't really know how the SEC operates. I don't know if they're one of these things where they watch out, like, hey, you need to be careful, you're coming across as a little bit misleading here, or if they will actually go after, do research, and do something about it. So I can't say for certain if that means Intellivision is in trouble with the SEC. But what I can tell you is that it confirms everything that we've been saying about how this is shady and lying to investors to try to get money, that it's just not, like I keep saying, I said it in the live stream the other night, that the company's main problem is its fucking mismanagement. And this right here just is more evidence of how that's being, how it is, like how the company is not being run professionally. I mean, why would you? I just don't get it. I mean, does Tommy just think that he can just say whatever the fuck he wants and no one's gonna call him out on it? I mean, you're like, I know Pat was mentioning a while back in his videos about like that, like about, getting into trouble with the SEC, and people were just saying he's a hater. Well, this shit right here, obviously they were snooping. I mean, I don't know how you guys found this. I mean, I guess it must be public data, but you guys are crazy, like how y'all find this shit out. I'm impressed. But it just goes back to making a case for how Tommy is just too incompetent to try to run a business like this. Like, he's just been in the wrong place. Like, yes, we can sit here and say the games are stupid, and they are. They're little bitty mobile type games, and but like I've said, there's going to be people that are going to have fun playing these games. I mean, have you seen some of the people? All you have to do is go sit at a Walmart for an hour and watch some of the people that come in there, especially the ones that come in there in like their herds, like their groups of families. I mean, there's a lot of simple, we'll call them simple people out there that maybe they would benefit from a simple system, if you know what I mean. And I mean, there's enough of these delusional cult members that, I mean, I'm sure they can probably get more in the world out there to try to buy into this system. But, you know, so there is, the system I think could have been successful. It could have been successful, but it has been fucked from the beginning because of the way that, in my opinion, the way that Tommy has run the company. And this is just more evidence of the incompetence. Especially, like, I mean, it's one thing to make bad choices, like, you know, the things that he like makes, seems like sometimes he just like makes up promises in an interview just to try to sound good. Like, oh yeah, like I've heard Darius talk about that, where he's like, yeah, we can fucking do that. Yeah, of course, the online leaderboard. Yeah, that's it. That's something we'll do. And then the people back in the office are like, oh, here we go, more bullshit ideas. This is serious. You know, this is serious. I mean, this is literally like lying to fucking people or misleading them in order to try to get them to invest their damn money in you. Like, they don't have the full picture here. If you're like touting that you have a guy from Microsoft on your payroll, basically, that, you know, there's going to be a level of professionalism and the way that you develop the system and release it, that you got a winner on your side, you know, somebody who has been there and done that. But when he was only there for a brief amount of time and he's already left the company, and you know that he has no involvement anymore in the company, but yet you're still going out there and pitching these videos like, and we got Jay Allard, you know, like, come on, man. Like, that right there, dude, it's just, it is the shadiness of all of this that we have been talking about. And, you know, that's why it's been important. That's why I think a lot of us started making these videos, was because you needed to have this other side, because nobody was challenging the lies and the attempt to have the narrative be one way. So this has been an important, even though it's not followed by a lot of people, I think that this has been an important thing that we have all been a part of, that we basically have not, I wouldn't say stopped, but we have challenged something that could have easily have been delivered as, I mean, it's almost kind of like a scam now. You can't not say that it's not a scam when you're lying in these investor videos. I mean, this is, I'm sorry, but we are approaching scam levels at this point, when you are lying and you've been caught by the SEC lying about involvement of people with your company long after they were not even there. And according to like the material effect, apparently didn't have a huge impact on the development of the system. And even then, he's like claiming, what did he say in the video? And you can go back, like, I don't know if I said it, but you can watch this where Tommy said this, and he has been making huge contributions to the team. But when they're having to admit that, like, nah, he didn't really do too much, you know, like, he didn't have that much of an effect on it, as far as what I can imagine what the word material effect is. But you know, it's just another part of this story and this saga, and it's whatever, you know. But another thing I wanted to talk about too, real quick, was the free gift. I don't you know, honestly, that live stream that I was on a couple days ago, I'm at the point where I don't even remember half the shit I was saying at this point, because it was so long, and it was my first time doing it, and I felt like a lot of what I said was just like word diarrhea. Like, I really wasn't like I thought I was going to go on that live stream for maybe 30 minutes or an hour and just talk a little bit and then leave. Like, I was not. I was so fucking tired, because I had worked 6 straight days and I had just gotten off work. I had to work over, and I come running home, get changed, get set up, and I mean, it was just like I was not prepared. Like I do want to go back. I do want to go back, and I want to, you know, have some more things to say. And I know Ninja Kitty said in one of my videos, the last one I released yesterday, that he wants to come on there too. And I appreciate you guys being easier on me, because I'm not really the type of guy that, I'm not like the digger. I don't know everything. I don't know as much as y'all do. I just know what y'all have shown us, you know, and I like to just kind of comment on that. I'm more of a commentator than I am like a fucking journalist. I mean, I'm not prepared. But yeah, like real quickly, let's just talk about the free gift thing, the pathetic free gift. I mean, it's and I know I talked about it on the live stream, but it's like, you know, I was shocked when I saw what it was. I actually learned what it was from watching one of Darius's videos, and I was, because OEB Pete had made a video like, oh, I'm really impressed with what they're giving. I mean, what they gave away some of Tommy's music from stuff that he had recorded with different people or whatever, like video game music, and I'm like, I saw that and I just started laughing like instantly. Like, how can you have just completely lost some of these people? Like, they're so down about the fact that, even though it was so obvious you guys were going to delay, but some of your hardest supporters are just like, they are struggling, man. Like, you can just see these videos out there, like they're struggling to fucking deal with this third delay, and you just slap them in the face by giving some fucking music. Basically music, from what I understand, you can find elsewhere, like on YouTube and whatnot. And I know that you guys must be in a bad situation financially. I mean, you're having to pay all these people that work for you, and you're not selling anything. And I know pre-orders got to be being canceled, and the investors got to be harder to come by, especially knowing that you might have potentially lied to them or misled them. They're not going to trust you at all when that information really starts to get out. But just to not give them something Amico related. Like, I was hoping for, I mean, I was thinking like the big ask that y'all could have given would have been some type of the physical product, some form. It may not have had to have had all of the trinkets or bullshit or manuals or whatever you're going to put in it, but an empty box, at least, even maybe with a code in it for just one of the free games. And it could have been just like, it wouldn't have had to have been like a random choice. You could have just done it for the one, but maybe you're not in a position financially to do that. But God, it would have gone a long way if you could have, because just think about, because it would have kept people excited. You know, they would have seen that shit in their hands and been like, oh, Amico, you know, the artwork, it would have been something to put on their shelf and keep the excitement. But at the bare minimum, and the Geek Getaway had this idea, and I do like it better. Like, if you had to just give them something, like you couldn't afford to do any kind of physical thing, why the fuck did you not give them music from the games at least? You know, like, who of all these people that, yes, I know that there are plenty of cult members who love you, Tommy, and are like obsessed with whatever you do, and like they love your music, and I'm sure there's people out there that you're like that, but what percentage of those people are that? What percentage of these people didn't invest in this thing because of you, but they invested in it because of the sales pitch that, or pre-ordered it because of the idea that it is a video game system for families and it is couch co-op? A lot of people bought into that. They didn't buy into the fact because they loved Tommy Tallarico. They bought into the fact because they love in television Amico, and you just happen to be the dude that sold it to them. So you're sending them out something that's completely unrelated to the thing that they wanted. Your music has nothing to do with, okay, maybe the Earthworm Jim's shit, but other than that, your past music that you have released has nothing to do with what's currently happening with the Amico. Like, why couldn't you have done that? Like, why couldn't you have just released like something that would have had at least some of the music, even if it was 5 or 6 tracks, you know? I mean, 10 would be nice, but you know, like, even if it was just like a few, like, guys, here's some of the music. And I was questioning on the live stream, like, is this fucking music? Is there even enough music to send, like, people? Or is it just, like, have y'all done just the first levels of music, you know? Like, is there enough to say, hey, this is level 4 Astro Smash? Like, is that music even done? Or do you just not have somebody there that could think about that? I mean, I learned that Tony, sorry, Tony. I learned that, I think he said he was 19 years old, dude. And if a 19-year-old who doesn't even work for you, that's just making YouTube videos, can come up with a better plan than you guys as an entire company could come up with, the CEO, the CFO, whatever, man, all of y'all, if y'all could not come up with a better plan than to say, here's my catalog of music. And I'm telling you, it's totally like, it's like one of those fucking commercials you see on TV, like $200 value, now yours for $39.99, but act now and we'll slash that price in half, $19.99. Like, that's how that shit works, man. A $200 value. Yeah, maybe at like fucking, what are those places, some of, like an expensive store in New York. I can't even think of like I can't even think of an expensive place, but like the most expensive retail possible, if they had a collection of Tommy's music in CD form or in some kind of box set collection, and it has a value of $200 on it, and maybe they asked that price for it for like one day and then immediately slash the price. You know, it's like these companies that do Black Friday. Like, you know, that shit comes in with a super high price, and then they can just say that, oh, it's 50% off, slashed. You know, it was $100, now it's only $49.99. Like, that's a scam too, you realize. Like, that shit was never that expensive. It's just a way to trick you, to make you think that you're saving money when you're not. But I wanted to get more, and I don't remember. I know, like, it was funny because like that Carl guy like asked RetroBro about it, and it was funny, like, what about the music? And even they couldn't. I mean, they didn't shit on it enough, though. I mean, and that's the thing else I want to talk to about, like the whole thing with that in that live stream we did, like the video I made yesterday. I even have RetroBro in my comments saying that he would like to see me do a video from my treehouse. I can't even think right now. Which somebody else said that in my comments, Easy G, which he's the guy that has been commenting on my videos since day one. And dude, I might I'll do a treehouse one for you, but not for you, RetroBro. Like that makes me think, like, God, I must have been like too fucking nice to them. Like, if RetroBro's already commenting on my videos, like I'm sorry, RetroBro. Like, you and I are not going to be friends. Like, I'm not going to start commenting on your videos. I'm not going to start replying to your comments on my videos. I mean, I don't really know you in any way outside of here, but I have a pretty good feeling for people who I know I would get along with. I've always been really good at reading people and knowing, like, who I want to be around. And I'm sorry, man, like, you're a bro type, dude. I didn't get along with guys like you in school, you know, like you. I don't know, man. You almost seem like you could be a bully. Like, Carl might be onto something. Like why did you guys push Carl away from your After Dark thing? Like, I, in my mind, have an idea of why, just from interacting with Carl last night. Like, he wasn't cool enough for you guys, basically, and you couldn't control him, probably. Like, he just likes to say crazy shit because because that's who he is. I like guys like Carl. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for people. I don't want to say Carl is weird, but he's different. You know, he's different than you, RetroBro, and the people that you probably hang out with. And I don't like that, man. I don't like people that aren't nice to guys like Carl, or would not let them participate because, like, he's not, like I said, he's not cool enough for you. Like, Carl, you're cool enough to hang out and talk with me, you know. And I like that Tony lets you come on there. Like, he does have to definitely corral you in. And Carl, you get me in trouble talking dumb shit because I just like feed off of your energy. Like I said, it's like Carl will ask a couple of normal questions, and then like every third question he glitches and like asks something really fucking weird. Like, I know he mentioned like something about Hitler in one of the things, and just, I can't, at this point, I can't wait for Tony to release the clips, because I really want to hear what all was said. And then on top of that, man, like, I don't like how y'all feel about Darius Truckston. Like I'm sorry, I like Darius. I know that he goes hard on some of y'all, but that dude, from what I can tell, I mean, I don't know who all of y'all from the beginning of doing it, but that guy has been on camera showing his face, talking shit, and trying to hold this system together, like, or trying to hold this system accountable. And to be honest, like, I think I said it the other night, but I started making videos because of Darius. And there was a video in particular that Darius said, he's like, I need people to help. He's like, I need y'all's help to call this system out. And that's when I was watching it in my hammock, that video, and that day I decided to make, it was either that day or the next day, I had both days off, I decided to come out here and make a video and talk, because of the way he was the one that was like really holding people accountable and taking a lot of heat and shit from the cult and other people. So, like, RetroBro, like, you guys were kind of trying to disparage him a little bit, and I'm sorry, but I'm on his side, man. Like, I'm not, and you guys have a problem with him. I don't even know if Tony would let him come on to your live stream, the Geek Getaways live stream, but I would pay to see that, because I would think it would be funny to see Darius go up toe to toe with some of the cult members. And it was like, I always kind of started making my videos as a part of what Darius does. Like, some of y'all have probably noticed it, like, it's almost like the yin and the yang kind of thing. And I never would have expected that anybody would have even compared me talking. I mean, because people have in the comments have like talked about how Darius and my channel are their two favorite channels right now, and I'm like, Jesus, like, that's crazy to think, because like a month ago or 2 months ago I was watching these videos, and like, I would have never have thought that I would have been a part of the conversation. But I've always kind of looked at myself as like, because Darius is the one that, like, he's going at you like in your face, you know, like almost like good cop, bad cop, and I'm just the guy that kind of chills back and lies in his hammock, and I do get worked up a little bit, but I do it in a more relaxed fashion. And I wanted it to be like, if people were searching out the Amico, they could see both sides. You know, they could see the passion that Darius brings, and then they could see maybe like just the calmness that I bring, to be able to kind of articulate it in a different way that he would. And that's what I always had intended. And it kind of irritated me the way y'all were talking about him. I mean, I like the dude. I've talked with him in comments. He's always been cool to me. I mean, I could imagine if he was going after you, he's a tough one to probably have on your back. So I definitely would want to stay on Darius's good side, and I'm pretty sure I said that during the live stream. But just that's it, RetroBro. I'm sorry, man. Like, you and I are not going to be friends. I mean, you're welcome to watch my content, because I do watch your content too, because it's set to go. But if you're commenting in my videos, man, you're welcome to comment, but I'm not going to respond, because I just you're not my type of guy, you know what I mean? Not saying it like that, but not that there's anything wrong with that. you're not a guy that I could be friends with, especially because I just have a feeling of how y'all did Carl. Um, you know, I like guys like Carl. They have just as much of a right to have a voice on this platform than anyone. And like I said, you should go check out Carl's channel, Lavos, uh, and you probably have to type in LA. You probably have to type in LAVOS Amico to come up, because there's other Lavos ones on there. And check out the Geek Getaways channel if you guys aren't already. I'm sure we're all watching the same videos and stuff, and he does good stuff. And Darius Truckston, the Canadian Gamer, Ninja Kitty, Opaque One. I know I'm gonna forget. There's that, I can't think of that one. There's that British guy that's just come out, who I enjoy his stuff. He did a video today walking around the pond. I can't remember his name though right now, and I know I'm leaving people out, but all of you guys are doing. Oh, Have an Amico Day. I like his stuff. He uses a lot of me in there. Fuck, I don't want to leave anybody out, but all of you guys are doing, you know, good stuff, and I appreciate all of the comments y'all have made, and the support you've shown me. And Tony Uyamika is another one. Tony Uyamika, which I had heard that he was a little bit Tony told me he was a little bit upset with us during the live stream because we were like being apologists, or we didn't go hard enough. Like, I'll tell you right now, I couldn't see any of the comments. I did not know what you guys were saying, and it would have been nice to have gotten a little bit of feedback to see that, because when you're in the middle of talking like this, you kind of forget what the fuck is going on and like what you're saying, and especially doing it for that long, and like everybody was talking and talking and talking, and I was trying to be respectful of what Tony's live stream, because he was the moderator. I was just on there as a guest, so I wasn't gonna like start yelling and speaking up and talking over people, because it got kind of chaotic there for a bit, and it was hard to like get points in edgewise. But you know, I'd like to go back and do it again. I'd like for some of y'all to come on. I know Ninja Kitty said he would come on there. Whoever, I mean, Tony does have the final say. I mean, he posts that link, and you go and wait in a backstage kind of thing, and then he has to decide if he wants to let you come out or not. So he has control over who comes out. But I really would like to hear some of y'all else's points, and I'd like to talk to some of y'all. And if I have to give up my spot to let somebody else come on there, I'm totally for that. I was going to do that the other day. I kind of wanted to get off anyways when RetroBro and Saggy Melons were on there, but that other guy, the one guy that didn't know what a zip drive was, like how to unzip a file, I thought that was funny. Like, dude, just use WinRAR. Like, I didn't want to, like, you know, it was just funny. I saw somebody posted a comment like, dude doesn't know how to do a zip file. So that was funny, but he had some good points to make. I mean, yeah, he's just a boomer that doesn't understand the zip file, but he was making some good points too. And I don't know, it'll be interesting to do this again. I'm totally down for doing it again on Saturday night, because right now my schedule is I have Sundays and Mondays off, so Saturday night's a good time for me. And my wife is pretty understanding of me having this hobby, so she'll let me stay on there and talk for a while. But anyways, I think that's pretty much fucking it. Have a great week, guys. Later.
Well, the Intellivision Amico has been delayed officially again for, I think, a third time. And you know what? We really told you so today. Not once did you listen ever once before.